Tonight on Project Runway All Stars, it's the season finale. The challenge is to create 6 different looks, putting together a whole collection. It's a team effort, but of course, there can only be one winner. Keep it here.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, everybody. We're here for the last time because tonight was the season finale of Project Runway All Stars edition, and we went out with a bang, I would say. We found out our answers tonight.
Yes, we did.
I'm your host, Haley J. Next to me, looking so good, she came ready to go for the last night, is Miss Princess Carol.
Hey, guys, I'm so sad.
And to her left, you guys know little baby Kate.
Hey,
She
everybody.
came ready to rock and roll. We are so excited because, honestly, tonight's episode was my favorite episode. I've never been more excited about the looks as I was tonight. So
Yeah.
what did you guys think in general of the episode?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like this is the best one all season, even from the outfits that Alyssa wore. I was like, okay.
Right? She's stepping it up.
she
It's
did.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a really good episode.
They also got to show their true colors, and they didn't have any kind of gimmick or anything. They were able to just make whatever they wanted, so that was really great, too, to see.
Just to kind of put it all together for you guys, tonight the contestants had to create 6 different looks, so we really got to see a full collection from them. They got help from past winners, so that was exciting for us to see some people that were favorites from the old show, even past seasons, come in to help out with the final 3 hours that they got them to help. And then, of course, we found out our winner, which was so exciting, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But, of course, we're playing our special segment game, and that's our pass or purchase, where we're going to, in this edition, see the whole collection, and we get to break down the looks, and we're talking about which ones we would pass on and which ones we would purchase. And this is hard because I wanted everything and I'm already out of money because I love it so much.
You bought it all.
Just going in
Throw it in
blindly,
the bag.
who did you guys think was going to take it home?
You know, so it's no secret, I wasn't a fan of Michelle throughout the season. But this episode, I was like, I'm actually rooting for her. Like, I feel like she took the cake from the very beginning.
Before seeing anything, I thought that either Michelle or Bedell would take it, and I wrote it right down here on my little handy-dandy notepad.
did.
I
It's
did.
right
It's
there.
right here.
It's
She can
right
see
there.
it, the proof. And, you know, are we saying who won yet? I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, I haven't seen it, right?
we would assume that the super fans
Yeah.
do know who won.
Spoiler alert. It's Michelle.
Sorry, guys, it's
Dun,
Michelle.
dun, dun. Which, after seeing her story, you guys, and knowing that, I mean, they all want to win, I'm sure. She wasn't the only one that was not in the best place financially, but after seeing that and seeing the heart and passion, and I think she kept a really good attitude throughout the whole season, which made me so much more willing to be on her side. She never got catty. She's
Yeah.
funny. Her narration that she liked to throw in there was always little nice ad libs.
Yeah.
So I was really happy that she won.
I was so happy to see both Michelle and Dimitri up there because they're such good friends. Then he gets off of the runway and he's Mr. Sore Loser, and he's like,
he's
I mean,
bitter.
you can't even compare her collection to my. I'm like, Dimitri, what? Like, they're
Right.
so different. They're not at all the same. And aren't you guys friends? Like, can you not be rude? Like, please, thank you.
And he's won before. Like
Twice.
we've had this
Like, you're all
matchup between
set.
those two
Yeah.
before. So.
Yeah,
Right.
and you have won all the other time. So like, go ahead and give her one. Give her a hug.
I
It's
thought
Yeah.
the
fun.
same
Calm
thing
down.
where I thought he would be completely fine because he's won before, so now he can be supportive of his friend. And that does, we like Dimitri, we talked to him,
Yeah.
but that does show someone's true colors, and nobody likes a sore loser.
No excuses.
You gotta learn how to take criticism, and I'm sure they all thought they were gonna win, but
Yeah.
clearly only one does, which is why it's Project Runway All Stars. It's not an easy thing.
Yeah.
But I think the judges did a pretty good job with explaining their choices, and you know, it does come down to every little detail. I'm sure there are things that we're not even thinking about as far as the critiques and the sewing. And can we talk about the challenge, you guys? So they had $3,000 was the salary that they get, which is really cool because
Yeah.
for the past challenges, do they typically use their money that they get towards other ones, or no? Is that just all pocketed as they go?
I think it's just how much they get for materials. Like, I don't think it's salaries. Like,
Oh,
what
I
you
thought
get
it
for
was saying the
materials.
winner got $3,000.
Oh no, they got 3,000 for this collection.
Yeah, for the
so
materials.
it was like more than normal, and then they had more days. So
Yes. Which brings up a good point. They should have, usually in a reality show, they will announce just to remind us what the prize is. Heidi used to do that. And it's weird that they didn't this go round. So producers, if you're listening, you guys
We want to
should
know
have-
what the prizes are.
Yeah, you should have reminded
little
us
bit
of
more
the
clearly.
project.
I think
Yes.
they do, don't they? But we're just so
Well,
numb
there's
to it.
so
It's
many
like
things going on with the Butter
$30,000
London and going to
it's
the
all
right,
from them.
so-
Like you get
Yeah.
$30,000 from Brothers and Sewing, and then you get like 20 for you get to do a thing with Butter London and all this other
I
stuff.
think Heidi used to announce it. She
Yeah.
used to announce what was on the line to remind us of the stakes, and I think it would have just amped it up a little bit more if she had done that.
A little bit more repetition with that. Yeah.
Yeah, because we shouldn't be
agree.
sitting here not knowing. That's a problem.
And as they talk about money struggles, you would think that
Yeah.
could this really help someone or not?
Also, when they were like, "Oh, we're gonna bring people out that really care about you," I thought that they were gonna bring out Michelle's family, but then they brought out the other designers. I was like, oh, "Wait," and Anne. I was like, "Wait, that's not right. That's not who I would want to see. Like, I love you all, but no."
They did have 4 days to do this, but when you're talking 6 models, 4 days is not that long. Because ideally, I think I'd want to do 1 look a day, but because that's what their past challenges were, 1 look a day. And it got a little more complicated in the end there, but 6 looks is a lot. I think I'd be a little kind of going crazy in my mind of what I was going to do. And then I could picture myself loving half of it and not liking the other half to like everything. And then we saw Bedell struggle with making everything cohesive. What do you guys think about that? Did you think he was going to pull it out the way he did? Or did you think... I'm glad he decided to listen to Anne.
Yeah.
That was a good move.
I was super worried with that blue top before it was with the suspenders that he added that looked like outer bug shell, if you will.
Although I'm into suspenders lately.
I liked those a lot. I liked the look once it came together, but I was definitely super worried about it at first. And then when Arena said, "How am I supposed to make 6 looks cohesive?" So like that's what you do. That's
your job.
Worried me
Yeah.
a lot, and then also she worried me at the beginning with all of her triangles, but then pulled it.
I had
pulled it
no
off.
idea where she was going with the triangles.
Me either until we saw that like pom pom skirt, and I was like, oh, there they
Right.
all are. I understand now.
Did you guys like that piece?
I did. It's very Ariana Grande.
Oh,
It
that
is.
is.
I saw it, and then with the high boots, I was like, that could literally be on the tour right now.
That's actually a really good point.
Yeah. I was surprised with Bedell. I really wasn't a fan of his collection at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I could get with the snake theme, and I thought the first dress was good, but the rest of it, I was really disappointed. This whole episode, for me, everything just flipped. Like, I wasn't really a fan of Michelle, but at the end of it, I was like, I would wear that peach dress. Like, I would wear that today. Like, I really liked her collection.
She had some really cool looks that
Oh, yeah.
see through and the mesh that she had. I was so happy to see her win. As much as I did like, but I honestly liked all of their looks, and I did think Bedell had a really cool vision. There's always something about like, even though I don't really like reptiles as the animals, like little lizards kind of freak me out. But as far as like fashion with like the
print.
scales and all that stuff, I think it's really cool, and I think it's got a futuristic feel.
Yeah.
So that kind of enticed me. What would you say was your favorite?
Like most wearable, I would say Michelle, just because it was very like free people, and I like that vibe, and it was easy, and it's like Coachella, you can throw it on, before anything or dress it up before a date. Some of those sleeves were just like so incredible. The one that she said that was like a bangle, but it's not, it's a sleeve. That kind of stuff I loved. I really liked Bedell's collection just because the idea of regal reptile behind it like blew my mind. Like, yes, of course you're going to use this conspiracy theory and then make clothes out of it. Like, yes, work. It's
On
incredible.
brand.
Yeah, like it was really, really great. And I liked how different it was, and we had never seen anything like that. And I feel like in this episode, we finally like got good clothes, whereas like in the past challenges we're just getting like kind of weird whatever. And I think the reason that we got that is because they were like, you can do
Whatever you want.
you can make this you. And I think that the challenges on this this season were a little bit weird. They weren't as good as they have been in the past. It was the obstacles were different.
I think that's typically what you see with reality TV a lot, where they push them so outside the box. Even in model shows, they have them do a lot of types of photo shoots that most professional models aren't even doing.
Right.
So that can be the tricky part of things like this, where it's like, yeah, you're really pushing your artistic energy, but is that going to work in the real world? Is that going to be a business? Are people going to buy that? Which ultimately, as a designer, you want to sell clothes.
Yeah.
So that it is all interesting of the hype of TV versus what can you bring after the show is over?
Yeah.
And I did look at Michelle's Instagram. She
I
seems
was
to be
gonna say,
doing well.
yeah,
As soon as
good.
she said, I
Yay.
need to stay, I need to win this competition to stay in fashion, I got worried. So I, of course,
And she's still doing it?
searched her Instagram. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, they've all been posting about this show and keeping up with it, and I'm happy to see. And I love that they all are still friends, and how Bedell told us that they all keep in touch. That's especially
good.
living so far apart. I think when you do an experience like this and you do become a family, it's very cliche. Everyone says it about reality TVs and being in the houses together and whatever the case is. I think it's cool to see them actually get along and keeping these lifelong friendships after going
Yeah.
through something that the average person will never go through.
And I think he said that they had like a group chat or something, and they
Gotta
were
love
all
the group
texting
chat.
and stuff. I wonder if after Michelle seeing him say that, she texted him after and was like, "Excuse me."
I
She
always
probably
wonder.
knows him and how he is too. She's probably like, he's just bitter because he lost after winning to me over me
Yeah.
twice. So
Yeah.
she's probably she should know her friend.
That had to feel so good though for her
Yeah.
too.
Oh.
Because can you imagine being in that position again? She'd be like, this can't happen again to
yeah,
me.
no.
I really respect the fact that we went through an entire season and had no idea what this meant for her. She was
Yeah.
never bitter.
You're
She was
right.
never rude. She was herself, and it wasn't until the end that's when we found out this is it. Like, the reason she's working so hard is because this is the end of the line for her. It's either this or nothing. And I just really respect that about her. And I'm glad that we've got to see that in this final episode, what this really means for her. And for me, that just made her win even sweeter.
And I truly hope that this show does give her the platform because she's won before. So that's why it concerns me that she would say she needs another win to stay in fashion, because you'd like to think the past win would be enough to kind of elevate her career. So
Yeah.
I hope that this is enough that she can get to where she wants to be. We saw a lot of emotions running high talking about Irina. So we saw, and we did touch on this last week, where I made the comment that she seemed to maybe take it out as anger a little bit with everything going on with her mom. And I do think they didn't touch on it too much, but we saw her break a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So I think, not to say grief is an excuse to maybe make some of the comments that she did and some of the attitudes, but I think that was another extremely hard thing to deal with. All this pressure. You're trying to improve yourself. You're on TV.
Yeah.
You're worried about all the little dumb things that the camera can make you feel self-conscious about, as far as how you look and, all these little factors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think having a real serious issue with her mom was got to be really difficult.
I think it made her relatable too, because for a while I felt like she seemed robotic. Like she had no emotion. She just was this triangle making machine. She's had intricate designs from the get-go, but even though it's super sad to see what her mom is going through, I also enjoyed seeing her emotion and just seeing Irina be human and vulnerable.
Let the walls down a little
Yeah,
bit.
let the walls down. I wish we could have seen that from her earlier on. I think it would have made her antics more, I don't know if palatable is the right word, but at least we would have understood where she was coming from, and not, at least for me, I wouldn't have seen her as this angry robot, So, I don't know. What'd you think?
On a separate note, on Dimitri's emotions, when he came out on the runway and was saying about human and faces and stuff, I was like, you're having a moment. Was it a forced moment because he was talking about humans? Was he trying to ham it up? Because at first I was like, oh no, and then I was like, wait, because
I would hope not, but now that you say that,
he paused and then
know.
he was like, because it's human, and I was like, wait, was this a concocted thing you thought, here, I'm going to show them, me, maybe they'll love it, and then they'll love the collection even more, and then give me the win?
I wonder if they had a couple takes, because
Oh.
it didn't seem like it was seamless.
Yeah.
I feel like that was kind of cut in after, so it might have
okay.
taken him a while to get it together.
Maybe it was editing.
I'm
Yeah, I
still
think it's
so
editing.
gullible where I'm like, there's no way. It's all real. There's no way it's edited.
Just, here bursting your bubble, that's all.
What did we think about? Did we think it's completely fair to have people come in and help with their collection?
Yeah, they do that every time. I feel like they bring people in, and it doesn't take away from the design. They're just
Yeah.
make this pant for
Right.
me,
I thought
you
they
know?
did
Yeah.
a good job with only taking direction, because I do think it would change the game, which, they could be whispering in their ears. We don't know. But what if I'm your helper and I say, hey, that would look so much better if you did this or that with your
Yeah.
outfit? That
Well, didn't
Never
we
know.
see who made the cigarette pant with the Dimitri? The
yeah.
girl who made those pants originally made them too small. So, I mean, was it helping? He had to make a new pair of pants.
That's true.
So, you know.
And then Anne actually completely changed the idea for Irina to make a pantsuit, which I guess Anne is. Did she not seem so much nicer, by the way?
She was very nice.
She went from scary to let's be best friends immediately.
Never been able to stand her.
I thought she
know.
was so sweet. Since the last episode I noticed, and then this episode, I just thought she seemed nicer even in her criticism.
She's like,
she
we're
seemed
near
more
the end.
genuine.
Oh, also,
And is near.
then that random woman walked in, like, that we had never seen before. What was her? Francesca came in, and then they were like, oh, she's giving us such amazing advice.
Oh,
Francesca,
yes.
you wasting their time. They are in the middle of the thick of fashion
I
time
loved your
right
comment.
now.
We're watching it. Katie's like, they just want to get done.
Like, they're just sitting there like, oh, this is incredible.
But
and
she
I'm like,
does
what?
come from a very high line of fashion, so maybe
Right.
for them,
That's great.
that was everything. For us, we're like,
I know, but like
They
another
could
time.
have added the time onto it. Like, okay, we're going to give you this 30-minute self-help, not self-help, but like 30-minute session with her, and then we'll add 30 minutes on at the end.
True.
If they're being fair. We don't know if they were being fair.
True. I have
They
no
might
idea.
have been savage. I don't know.
I would have been sitting there like shaking my leg like, yeah, this is great. This is great. I need to go sew. I need to go sew. Great, brother sewing room. Here I go.
speaking of being fair, it is only fair that we thank you guys for everything that you've been doing, staying with us, keeping us excited every single Wednesday to talk about AfterBuzz and the show and everything going on. So we have a special note for you. Take it away, princess.
Hey guys. So before we continue our conversation and go into our special segment eventually, we just wanted to say thank you for making us the ESPN of TV Talk. And for us to continue to grow, we could really use you guys' help. So if you're on YouTube right now, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And if you're on iTunes, please give us a 5-star rating. But no matter where you are, leave us a comment so you can get involved in the conversation. Being a part of AfterBuzz TV has meant so much to all three of us, and we truly appreciate you guys supporting us and doing what we love. Don't forget to tell your friends and keep enjoying our shows.
Thank you very much. Sure. Moving right along. So we saw Sean Kelly also helping out. He's so sweet. Like that just brought
one?
back
Oh, yes.
to help. Who was he helping? Forgot. He was helping Michelle.
Yes.
That was super sweet. And then past season winners, and they all seemed really excited about their particular person helping them.
Yeah. I wonder if they got to select them. If they were
wondering
given like
how
a
that went.
three person, and they're like, oh, because I mean, I'm sure they're not going to put them with somebody they hate. That would be a bad idea.
Right.
This is true. Fair enough.
Wouldn't be good for the clothes.
Yeah.
Just then.
I was excited to see Mondo.
That
Me
would
too.
probably be really fun for them to come back when the pressure's off. They just get to help their friends. And
Yeah.
I don't know if they got any of the champagne and cake, but that must have
I
been.
hope they did.
And also, when that moment happened,
That was sweet. I'm glad they gave them that.
But then I'm also thinking, okay, well, you're still not done with all your garments, so now you're going to get drunk and have a sugar high and then be going back in there like trying to sew and be like, oh my God.
They probably
like,
needed it after all that. They're like, give me
Yeah.
a drink. Come on.
Irina could have just put a straw in the bottle, I'm sure, with everything she's going through, poor girl.
Man.
true.
She came in from like sleep one night and her eyes were so puffy because she had probably been crying all night. And I'm just like, oh my God, I feel for you. I want to give you 20 hugs. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I loved seeing them come together. I feel like this was the least catty episode.
Yeah.
Least cattiest.
I feel like
Least
this was
catty.
least catty season almost. Like, we had our moments, but there was not that much like rare.
Outside of the sewing machine debacle.
Yeah. Arena's sitting at the wrong thing.
2 times.
And I just love seeing the way someone reacts when they lose, because I think that's even more telling about a person than when
yeah.
they win. And I thought Bedell did a really good job. And Bedell has brought us sass. So I thought that we could have seen him be like, what? I'm the first to go. And he bowed out so gracefully that, you know, I want to support him because you see that he recognizes that he wasn't the winner and that's okay.
Yeah.
He handled that very well. Very professional. Unlike Dimitri, who's still growing.
Right.
Because
Because I think they're all amazing designers. They wouldn't be on the show if they didn't deserve to be in
Yeah.
the spot that they were holding. But
I
you
don't-
gotta take a loss.
Yeah, I don't think that Bedell should have been the first designer to like I didn't see him in 4th place. I probably would have sent home Arena first, and then I would have gone Dimitri and then Bedell, and then I would have picked Michelle as the winner. That's how I would have excused them based on these collections, not on all of them.
So as far as the judges, who do you think makes the final call? Because there's no way. Because, I mean, when you think about it, 4 different judges basing opinions off of 4 different designers. There's no way all 4 agreed on the order of execution or probably the actual winner. So I wonder how those behind the scenes.
I wonder if there's like a scoring card that they have to fill out where it's like
There is an
actually
idea
tallied.
number
definitely
system.
Because I feel like it's not just like, because then it would be whoever gets paid the most. Like you can't
Right.
like just
It's
you
like,
know.
well, thanks for your opinion, guys, but this is
but
what we're doing.
I'm first billing, so I'm gonna pick that.
There's
Like you
definitely
know.
a number
Yeah.
system because
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard them say, well, I gave this look a something, right?
But then
Yeah.
was the blonde woman within the deliberation for the final 4, or did they
She
excuse her?
was.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to get on my soapbox. I don't think they should have had a guest judge. I think this should have just been the top, like the 3. And I feel like in Project Runway in the past, that was the case. You didn't bring
Yeah.
on a guest for the finale.
Yeah.
So I will say, I think it would have been, easier if they had just 3 and then it would have been 2 out of the 3, or however many,
I think so too.
Or bring in Nina. Is that her name that everybody loves? Is her name Nina? The one that's on the original Project Runway?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring her back because even Bedell was like, oh, I'm so excited to meet her and all of that. And it was such a big
That
deal
would
that
have
she
been
was
a good
here.
idea, actually.
Yeah. Huh?
Or even because I feel like there was some season where they brought in Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Because anyone who's been there the whole season, I feel like is qualified to
Right.
judge the finale, not
Yeah. Some
you know,
random woman that had nothing to do with fashion that was on a television show, which honestly, Project Runway, can we fix that? Can we actually get people
But
in
what
that
I
do some
do,
fashion?
I think I changed my mind about that.
Oh,
Because-
here we go.
So hear me out. So we see a lot of looks that we think are really cool, but we disagree with the judges or we have completely different opinions. And I think sometimes when you come from a fashion background, you see pieces differently. So I think taking someone now that isn't necessarily from fashion, maybe they're an actress, maybe they're a singer, if they don't live in that world, maybe they see things as more of the average consumer, and that way their opinion is based differently on like what the masses would like versus high fashion. I only am looking for these certain things, not seeing the whole cohesive look as someone like you or I might think of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Interesting.
I agree. I think maybe you're right. Maybe that is why they have
The
that
purpose of
extra one. Yeah, from
kind
like
of
an
bringing out
outside
that
view
objective,
that
right.
maybe you couldn't see before. Yeah, 100%.
I could see that during the season, but to me, the finale, it's got to be. To me, it's got to be whoever has been with us from the beginning.
Finale, I agree.
Yeah, but during the season, that's a good point. I think that makes sense.
So obviously we had our winner, Michelle.
Yes.
And we had to say goodbye to the others, but they were all so deserving.
Mm-hmm.
But this is our favorite part, the most exciting part where we get to be the judges. Yes. Moving on to our special segments. You guys know by now it's pass or purchase. And we're going to start with our top looks. Thank you guys again for all your input on everything. And we want to
Yes.
thank the hosts or not the hosts, there we go.
Fashion.
Here we fashion.
Yes.
We're gonna say thank you for the contestants that Skyped in with us. We had Bedell, we had Dimitri.
Is that it? We talked to somebody else.
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
Why am I blanking on this?
His name is not Ryan. What is his name?
Anthony Ryan.
Anthony Ryan. Yes.
Oh, he's so cute
Yes.
too. All right, so let's break it down with our first look. So we had Irina. So for those listening at home, some of her statement pieces were she had that bright green neon skirt with the black top. She had a lot of reds. She had the Ariana Grande dress that Katie so famously pointed out. So she had a lot of vibrant, a lot of colors. I feel like I'm just going to be purchasing all of these because I genuinely liked all of the collections. If I had to choose an outfit that I could see myself wearing most, it would definitely be those red and black pants. And then just for a really fun event like MTV Music Awards type thing, I think that green skirt would be ideal for something like that.
Kids' Choice Awards.
Kids' Choice Awards.
Slime.
Perfect.
I am
that'd
brilliant.
be so perfect.
I'm amazing. There it is.
What do you think, Princess?
I've been a fan of Irina this whole season, but I was not a big fan of this collection overall. If I had to pass or purchase, I would pass. I don't think any of it would look good on me. Yeah.
I think for me, you can actually see the struggle of her being like, how do I make all of these cohesive? Because when the green number came out, I was like, oh, I like this a lot. And then the red came out after, and as they crossed each other on the runway, I thought, y'all don't belong in the same room, in the same collection. It just doesn't flow to me.
One of these things is not like, where's that from?
Yeah, somewhere. But like the blue to the green, and then we've got the 2 reds, and then they could all be from different collections to me. I'm gonna pass on all of them, especially with the white doily number at the end. I really didn't like that one.
Yeah,
the
I wasn't
tablecloth.
impressed by that.
I just no. So
See, I actually feel like they go together because there's a vibrant piece in everything.
yeah, no, not for me.
But I see what you're saying.
Yeah, no. I mean, I would if I were gonna wear one though, I would also wear the green number
And Neon's having such a moment
It
right
is,
now.
it is.
Such a moment.
for spring. But yeah, no, I'm gonna pass on them all.
All right, next up, our next designer, we have Bedell. So Bedell explained that he wanted to go very textile. He wanted to do the reptile vibe, which for me, I love it. I can see how it might be a bit much for some people. I would purchase it. I would probably wear all of those, honestly. They're just fun, and I think his personality comes out through it.
Yeah.
I would only purchase the bodycon at the end.
Oh,
And then I
that's so
would
sick.
work out to like fit in it. Everything else I can leave, but I'll take the bodycon.
Do you know what I like about the bodycon for those at home too? He had the cutouts in a really flattering area. So I think it's one of those kind of contouring bodysuits.
Yeah.
So it makes you in the places you want to be in, and it pushes you out in the places you want to be pushed out. I
What
just
what
I
is
think
a
it's very
body-
flattering.
Bodycon?
What's a
But where
bodycon?
it's tight to your body, so
Yeah,
how
it's
it
like-
like fits every curve.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's not
needing.
elastic, but it's kind of, it fits you very, very tightly.
Doesn't leave much to the imagination.
Yes.
You went, yeah, for
Yes.
this? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna wear it, but I'm gonna wear it to like the science center. I'm gonna like go and see like some bugs in it. I'm gonna like
I don't know if Katie understands the body.
take my no, not the body
talking
con.
about the
whole collection.
I was like, a science center or the club? Okay.
No. I mean, like, I don't know. It's just very like, or I'm gonna be at the Four Seasons on a safari, or like I'm in Malibu Wines in these outfits. That's where I'm gonna wear these. I'm gonna purchase them though. I don't know where I'm gonna wear them clearly in all my descriptions, but I'm gonna go ahead and get them.
She's got a theme up
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So I'm going somewhere in them.
Our next designer is our winner, Michelle. She looked so cute in her pink dress, by
She
the way.
really
Yeah.
did.
But she brought, I said fun with Bedell, but looking at this now, their hair, I feel like the hair really took it there for me. It really brought the look together, which does go to show how much of a visionary she is, where she can see the whole picture. She said in her beginning lineup that she wanted her strongest and her two strongest pieces at beginning and end, which is exactly what you should do for, I feel like, most things that you want to put together to represent yourself. She did just that. That's exactly what Isaac pointed out. So her vision came across exactly how she wanted it executed. I love all of it. The short dress is so fun. That long see-through, I think, especially we're seeing a lot of these things now trending.
Yeah.
So because this was already filmed over a year ago, it shows how ahead she was already.
Yeah.
Definitely deserving. Even looking at it back now, the judges were right on the money. Well-deserved purchase.
I loved this collection, especially the first dress, the peach dress. I love the lace design that's on top of it, the length. I'm all about a short dress. Just the whole look. I love it start to finish. I'll buy this whole collection.
I want to take most of her sunglasses and break them in half this episode. I'm not sure what was going on with Michelle. It was like
They
every
weren't
10
great.
seconds there was a new sunglasses. And it's fine if you're outside, but she wasn't
Look at the
outside.
shoes, though. How cute.
See, her outfit, I would also buy that one, and then I would buy the whole collection. My favorite one was the one that they said was a little bit heavy coming from the straps, like the one
yeah,
there in the middle with the cutouts of the shoulders. I loved that one. I don't know if those are pants underneath or whatever. I'm gonna lose the pants, but I'm gonna wear that
that's
dress. I'm gonna buy the orange bodysuit for Rihanna because we're such good friends. So I'm
So
gonna give
fun.
that to her this weekend. I loved her collection. I thought that she was very deserving to win, and I'm glad she did.
And to wrap up, our very last designer, but proven to be a little bit of a sore loser, we'll let it slide because we love him, Dimitri's look, which again, I agree, he did a great job. However, it's all about how you go out at the end of the day. He was not the winner, but I would still definitely purchase on this. That red shirt Red is one of just like my favorite colors right now for some reason. You know how I just go through
Your
seasons
phases.
and vibes. Yeah, for sure. So the cutouts, I just thought it was like fiery and spicy. I loved the orangey red makeup. I loved the cut of the black dress. Wasn't the biggest fan of the yellow dress. However, for a fun, you know, since I'm going to all of these fun parties, you know, that could be something for a cool event. Even like maybe a music festival type thing could be cool. So
cool.
I think bottom line of our decisions for everything is there's somewhere we could wear these things.
Yeah.
to.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we just basically need to be invited to more parties. Anyone's listening.
help us out. Help us out.
So definitely I'm gonna purchase this one. I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, me too. I love the detail in the jacket, the face, and I didn't even notice the hair until one of the judges pointed that out.
Very Xenon.
Yes.
I love it. I love the detail on all of the collection. The last dress was beautiful. Even the Charlie Brown dress. I like that. It's cute. So I would take it.
That is exactly what it is. Oh my god, I'm dead. So I love that first look so much. When one of the judges was like, the hair on the sleeves with the way that there's faces on the red jacket and then the sleeves literally look like a hair coming out of it. It's amazing. With the pant, as they call them, with the stripe coming through. The pant thing gets on my nerves. I know that's what you call them in fashion, but if I hear pant one more time, I think that there should be a pant with that. Pants are just like, yeah, something
That's just
else.
a thing in general that everyone does. And when I mean everyone, now I'm doing it too.
Oh no!
The worst is when you hear that. That'll be great with a good sunglasses. But you're right, it's a thing.
I love the color of the yellow number, but I just want to cut off some of the fringe in front. It's just a little bit too much. Just want to erase that,
That's
but
what
I
makes
like
it Charlie Brown.
I know, but I'm just that fringe is a little much. I really didn't like the sequins fringe number that was second to last. I didn't like how long they came to the bottom through her legs. And I also wasn't crazy about the last one. I expected more from him. It is very Dimitri, and I'm also a little sour about his exiting speech. So I'm kind of going to pass.
On the note of exiting, guys, this is our last episode. Thank you everyone so much again for listening and hanging out with us. We had so much fun breaking down these looks. We agree that Michelle was very well deserving. Super happy with this finale. And that is it for us, guys. I am Haley J. You can find me on Instagram at HeyJ. We don't have any predictions because, there's nothing to predict. I'm HeyJ, HAYJ _ on Instagram and Twitter.
Hey guys, I'm Princess Carol. You can find me on Instagram at Princess Carol TV. I'm also on After Shows for The Voice and World of Dance and Turn Up Charlie.
Oh, fun. I am Katie Thompson. You can follow me everywhere at Little Baby Kates. Make sure to check out my podcast. See you next Tuesday on KatieThompson.la and iTunes and Stitcher and all that jazz. And I'm on the Vanderpump Rules After Show. It's a lot of jargon, but there it all is. Bye, everybody. I'm so sad. Oh my God, I'm going to cry.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.